Hello fellow collectors and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are finally taking a look at the Cobra Island subset of figures from the G.I. Joe Classified series from Hasbro. It took me a long time to finally get my hands on these. They obviously came out a long time ago and they were exclusive to Target and they were selling out immediately. Nobody could find them. Scalpers were running rampant and it was just a terrible situation. But then Hasbro kind of came along and recognized the problem and did a reissue for most of these, and they were all up for pre-order on Target.com. And they actually had decent stock. They stayed in stock for a while, so I am happy to report that I finally was able to get a set of these. Now, I didn't get Roadblock just because I already have the first Roadblock, and I'm thinking about getting that Amazon Roadblock, and I didn't need a third Roadblock, so I just didn't bother to get it. But I do have all the rest, so we'll take a look at these. So first up, we have Wayne Beachhead Sneeden. I don't think we've gotten their actual names for any other G.I. Joe classified figure, so I'm really surprised why they gave us Beachhead's real name. I don't know. I mean, that's hilarious. I didn't know his name was Wayne Sneeden. I can see why he goes by Beachhead. But every other character, as far as I know, it's just the name of the character. Duke, or Roadblock, or Scarlet. Nope, we get Wayne Beachhead Sneeden. So there you go. But yeah, Beachhead's a classic. Really fun character. Happy to finally get a hold of him. Now with this whole Cobra Island thing, you know, I don't know what's going on with this. They have like different locations on the backdrop. It's not the big picture that we're used to seeing. So this looks kind of like a neat setup here though. I wouldn't mind maybe some kind of playset or something for this. Next up we have a Cobra Trooper. Now we did get a Cobra Trooper released in the normal line, but this one's slightly different. It's got like this extra, I guess, brace piece here. I think that's for one of his arms. And the coloring's a little different. This one's got a little bit more black on it, where that one's mostly blue. So it should be pretty much the same figure, but just, you know, painted a little differently. Next up, we have FireFly. And he comes with a host of accessories. And then my personal favorite, the Cobra Viper. I just really like the design of this suit, and I was really happy to finally get my hands on one of these. Because it's got kind of like a Cobra Commander-esque mask going on here, and I really like that. So I'm going to go ahead, get these four out of the box, and then we're going to take a closer look. So here they are out of the packaging. We'll take a look at Beachhead first, as he is the only Joe in the bunch. He looks really good. The beret stays on surprisingly well. I thought that was going to be a problem. You can take it off if you like the more classic look, and it just kind of pops right on there. He has the backpack over here. He's got this little crossbow. He's got this gun. He's got a gun that fits into the holster over here, and then he's got a knife over here on his boot. I love when they have weapon storage on the figures. I love when the guns actually fit into the holsters, and this line does a really nice job of that. I'm going to take this off just for the time being so we can take a closer look at the head sculpt. The eyes actually look pretty good, I have to say. Head has a hinge and a ball joint, so you can kind of move it around. It looks like it also has movement at the base of the neck. So base of the neck and base of the skull. You have a butterfly joint. You have a hinge here in the shoulder as well as a rotation. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. You have a swivel and hinge in the wrist. I think this wrist has the hinge here so that the hand goes up and down. And then this one, are they both the same on this one? No, this one has the inside. So this one has the hinge in the middle of the palm, and then this one over here has it at the bottom. So two different movements there for the wrists, but they can also swivel. Now it's hard to tell if he's got an ab crunch because of the... I think he does. I think there's an ab crunch. It's just hard to see because of the vest, and then there's also a swivel as well. Kick forward, kick out to the side, thighs swivel, double jointed knees. And then, of course, we have the hinge and rocker in the ankle, but you also get a boot swivel as well. So a lot of articulation on these, and they all pretty much have the same articulation. I'll point it out if anything's different, but for the most part, they're all pretty much the same. But he looks great. I mean, like I said, Beachhead is a classic character, so I was very excited to finally get him. And I love all the accessories that they come with. I love the holsters for the gun and the knife. I think that's really cool. So he looks great. Huge fan of Beachhead. Next, we'll move on to the Cobra Trooper, which, like I said, it's very similar to the one that came out in the normal line. It's just got some extra accessories, and it's a lot more black and blue as opposed to just like the two different shades of blue. He's got these goggles here that you can take off, so remove the helmet, and then these goggles just kind of pop off like that, and then you can put the helmet back on. He's got this gun here, which has a peg, and then this gun here, which has a peg, and you can peg them onto the back. You can see that there's two peg holes. Now, unfortunately, it's kind of hard to do both because they kind of have their pegs in the same spot. I kind of wish that they had done it so, you know, the stocks would be facing up and one could fit here and then the other one would have the peg kind of here and peg there. But unfortunately, not the case. So you can have him hold one and then kind of peg the other one on. But he's got a gun that fits in the holster back here. He's got a gun that fits in the holster over here. And then he's got a knife up here on his shoulder. So he comes with a ton of accessories and a ton of holsters and things to have them on his body, which I think is fantastic. And I love the fact that these can peg onto the back here. But he's got all the same articulation as Beachhead. And we can take a look at the face sculpt for him. This one's a little bit messier. It's not bad. I'm wondering if it's just mine. It just feels a little messy, but overall, really cool. I like this figure a lot. You can troop build these. They should be a little bit easier to find now. But tons of accessories, tons of artillery, really nice articulation. I kind of like them better without the goggles, but I just wanted to show them off because they do come included. Also, we have this little brace piece, and I'm really not sure what this is. I thought it would go on his arm, so I popped the hand off and slid it on, but it's really loose. So I don't know if it's supposed to go on his ankle or something. I'm really not sure what this is. If anyone knows what this is supposed to be for, please tell me in the comments below, because I really am not sure what that's supposed to be. Next up, we will move on to FireFly. He also has some pretty cool goggles here. I like these a lot. But you can go ahead and slide these off pretty easily if you would like. And he's got all the same articulation as the others. He's got the backpack here. Now, it looks like you can peg in some stuff to the side of the backpack. I'm trying to see what has pegs. Maybe this gun? Let me see if I can take the gun out of his hand. Yeah, so you can peg the gun into the side of the backpack if you like. He also comes with a kind of bomb made out of TNT sticks here. And then he's got this drone as well, which is kind of neat. And I think you can have the drone carry the TNT. Let me try to make this happen here. Yeah, so you can kind of have... It doesn't like click into place or anything like that, but you can kind of just have it sit here on its feet, and then it can kind of fly around with the bomb. And then he's also got this piece, which I assume is supposed to be kind of like an iPad or something to control the drone. I'm not 100% sure what this is, but that's kind of what my guess is, because it kind of looks like a little screen. So I'm assuming this is something to control the drone. So that's pretty cool accessories. Obviously, FireFly is known as their kind of explosives expert. And then if we take a look at his face, he's kind of got like one angry eye and one normal eye. And I'm thinking that that's like damage, but I can't tell. At first I thought it was like scarring because, you know, he's always around explosions and things. But it might just be kind of a weird sculpt. I'm really not sure. I mean, he still looks good. He's got this bulky armor with the Cobra symbol here. He's got some grenades up here, which they're molded on. They do not come off. But yeah, he's a great looking figure. Now there's also something down here, which looks like something would peg into it. And I'm trying to see if the drone or something is supposed to attach there. I don't know. At first I thought something was supposed to peg onto the bottom there, but I'm really not. Oh, here we go. Here we go. You can peg the explosives in down here. Nice. So am I putting this in wrong? Yes, I am. So that's cool. You can actually peg that onto the bottom. I knew it's something I had to peg on there. And then maybe looks like maybe the drone feet peg into this. That's kind of cool. I wonder if you could actually use that for flight. So that's pretty cool. You can actually peg in a bunch of this stuff onto the backpack. I like that. Again, I love when they do weapons storage for these. I think that's super fun. So we'll put him over here. And then last but certainly not least, we have the Viper. I really like this guy. I don't know why, I just really always liked the design of the Vipers. You can see he comes with a pretty major rifle there. He's got the backpack here. Now, I don't think you actually store anything on this backpack. It just kind of looks like it comes loaded out. Got some rope and little capsules here. Maybe those are grenades or something. He's got this neckerchief piece. You pop the head off to put that on and then pop the head back on. So you don't have to put that on if you don't want to. That's a completely optional piece. He's also got goggles, which go on top of the helmet. But I feel like since this helmet is a visor, the goggles don't make sense because you wouldn't have the goggles over the visor. So I don't know. Maybe if you want to use him for a different character or something. He's also got a gun and a holster down here. So he doesn't have a ton of accessories, not as many as the others, but he's still got, you know, 2 excellent guns. And I just love the design of the Viper. I just think he looks really, really cool. You can see he's got a lot of molded detail on the belt down here. And just the black, red, and blue color scheme really, really works. And he's got the same articulation as all the others. So really no one has any kind of different articulation. I think they all have... Let me double check this, but I think they all have... The one hand has the vertical hinge, and then this hand has the opposite hinge. Yeah, I think they're all like that. Let me double check on FireFly real quick. Yeah, he's got the vertical hinge there. Yeah, so they all have the vertical hinge on the left hand, and then the horizontal hinge on the right hand. So that gives you some options there. But yeah, they're honestly 4 great figures. The classified line is really doing well, and I'm really happy that I was finally able to get these 4, because for the longest time it just seemed like it was going to be a huge gap in my collection because the Target exclusivity made them impossible to come by. But Hasbro kind of answered the call and was able to put out some more reissues and get these into the hands of collectors, which is very, very nice. So if you can find these guys for a reasonable price, I definitely recommend them. I think they're great figures. Honestly, I wasn't going to go all in on classified when it first started, but they're just really, really, really great figures. Honestly, some of the best 6-inch figures that Hasbro makes, in my opinion, with the amount of accessories and the molded detail and all the holsters with the weapons and everything. I mean, they really come decked out. So I highly recommend them, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.